Yay. Hello, everyone. Wow, everyone is here today. No. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We're going to do some handstands. Hope everyone is feeling good. We're going to need a block. So make sure you have uh, just a block just to warm up. Uh, that's it. Let's start. You can stand up. Let's start with your head. Look up, look down, drop your head up and down. Nice. Good. Then drop your head side by side. If you feel that you need to stop in any position, you can. Just like if, oh, this is, you can just stay a little bit longer if you want. Nice. Good. Then circle your head slowly at the bottom, reverse all the way. Nice. And stop. Make sure you're not dizzy. Cool. Circle your shoulders forward. Big, big circles. And down. Nice. Straight your arm. Keep your elbows locked and keep the circle forward. Nice. Good. At the bottom, reverse the other way. Nice. Cool. Just shoulders. Nice. Okay, relax. Put your hands on your thighs and gently side bend, side by side. Mm, nice. Keep going. Awesome. Then you're going to stop there. Bring your hands together. Start to circle your wrists one way. You don't have to move where I am. So I'm looking at you guys. We're just going to be moving, but I'm looking to what you're doing. Nice. Circle to the other way. Good. Awesome. From here, you're going to stop. We're going to slide your feet apart. Find the bottom of your squat. Put your hands on top of your legs. Nice. Make sure your knees are apart. In this position, twist. Look over one shoulder. Nice. Look over the other one. Then from here, you're going to relax on top of your legs. Spike all the way down. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Nice. Grab your elbows, swing side by side. Awesome. Then you're going to relax. Right hand on the floor. Left hand up. Look to the ceiling. Awesome. Change. Nice. Then relax one more time. Roll one bit at a time. All the way down. Good. On the spot. Cool. From here, Uh, you're gonna find a letter T with your arms. So both arms aside, lock your elbows, push apart. You think about separating your scapula behind your back. In this position, I want you to focus on your wrist. You're gonna round, pretend you're grabbing something, and extend, spread your fingers apart. 5 reps. Nice. After 5, stay over there. We're gonna do also 5 reps. You're gonna keep the way that it is. You're gonna start to bring your shoulders overhead. Push tall. Slowly start to drop all the way down. Internal rotation of your shoulders. So rotate forward. Bend your arms. Try to touch your fingers behind and then straight again. Rotate your shoulder back and bring all the way up again. Slowly, 5 reps. Really slow. Nice. Nice. Awesome. After you're done with 5, you can give it a wiggle, relax. Nice. Find a tabletop. Walk your hands in front of you. Find a puppy pose. Nice. Stay there. Find a couple of cat and cows. So stand round. Nice. Good. Stay at the bottom. Push your chest against the floor. Walk your elbows a little bit more. Lift your hands. Nice. Okay, bring it up. Find your tabletop. Start to walk your hands around. Start to put some weight on your hands. Warm up your wrists. Walk us all directions, whatever feels good for you right now. I'm gonna start giving you more specific clues soon. Yes. Good. And find your tabletop again. Angry cat. Round your back, push the floor, lock your elbows. Nice. 5 times also really slowly. You're gonna push your shoulders forward. You're gonna grip the floor with your hands. I wanted to try to bring your shoulders back, and the movement comes from the hands on the floor, not from this. Okay? So try to focus on that. So from here, you here, you're rounding, pushing, you're gonna start to bring your shoulders forward, grip the floor with your hands, and with feeling that, you're gonna push back. Then round back again, forward, grip, back. You're gonna start to feel the weight coming to that direction. So right under your fingers over here. When that happens, you're gonna stop and you're gonna start to grip to push back. Nice. Cool. After 5, stop in the tabletop. Nice. Awesome. From here, awesome. You're gonna do 5 times. Actually, let's do 10 this one. Palm of your hand off the floor and down. Keep your shoulders forward. Angry cat. Nice. Nice. When you're done, you're gonna find your plank. Nice. Keep your shoulders under your wrists, on top of your wrist, sorry. And in your plank, you're gonna do 10 slowly shoulder shrug, down and up. Nice. Slow, slow, slow. Plank for that. Take like your knees off the floor. Step back. Yep. That one is too easy for you. Nice. After you do 10, you're gonna grab your block. I'm gonna use my pirouettes to demo. Pretend there's the block. Cool. You're gonna lay down on the floor. Nice. In this position, I want you to make sure you tuck in your pelvis. So belly button is gonna be off the floor. You're gonna grab your block. You're gonna put your forehead on the floor. You're gonna think about push your shoulders tall. Keep your elbows locked. You're just gonna move from this. Okay. I don't want to see anything else moving. So just shoulders. And this position, push tall. Slowly bring the block up and bring it back down. 10 reps. And I want really slowly reps, especially when you bring your shoulders up. Try to keep it there for a couple of seconds. Let's say like 2 seconds. Nice. 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 Again, double check if your elbows are locked. Try to push your shoulders tall every time you do any rep. Nice. Good. After 10, you can sit on the floor, find a narrow V position. Let's do like our warm-up leg set, and then we're gonna start doing some handstands. Nice. Good. Narrow V. If you need blocks under your feet, feel free to do it. Not necessarily need to. You're gonna make sure your legs are straight. You're tilting your pelvis, open your chest, bring your arms overhead. Keep this shape. You're gonna go as slow as you can. Squeeze your butt and bring it up. Let's go for 10. Nice. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And the next one is stay low. Hold there. Open your chest. Squeeze. Don't touch the floor yet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Nice. Just relax. Good. You can relax. I said bring up, but yes, stay down. Yes. Good. Yes. Awesome. Now we can bring it up. Wiggle a little bit if you need. And let's do a warm-up set. Against the wall, we're just gonna kick to the wall. Try to see like do some just like legs. Really simple, just to start to warm up. So you're gonna find your wall. Gonna demo over there. Nice. So you kick to the wall. 1, 2. Push, tuck your pelvis. From here, you're gonna bend one of your knees, knees together. Bend one. This foot is gonna be on the wall. I want you to try to change a couple of times without moving anything besides your foot touching the wall and bring it up. If that's hard for you, you can put both of your feet on the wall and bring it up, or the other way around. If it's easy, try to find like 1 second of your float before you touch the wall again. Okay? Nice. Go. Yes. Tuck your pelvis. Nice. Bring the knees together. Yep, knees together. Nice. Uh, yes, perfect. There it is. Now you found the shape. Nice. Think about your pelvis. Don't pike it. Keep it up. Nice. Nice. And then you're piking. Make sure like your foot it's pointing towards the ceiling and not like this. Bring it up because you're piking a little bit. That's why you're falling towards that way. So when you find when you find the wall, when you bend your knee, this leg keeps pulling up. Nothing changed. Just this knee bend, but this shape stays the same. Does that make sense? Yeah. Cool. If you're falling towards the floor, it means you're piking your hip probably. Nice. So knees together. Yep. Nice. There it is. Better, Belinda. Good job. Nice, Babette. Awesome. Good. Nice. Great. Okay. Uh, we're gonna do one other thing back to all. I want to do like some isolated shoulder exercise, but I'm gonna warn you guys first to actually do it. It's gonna help a little bit with this that a couple of people like struggle with, especially like for straddle and tuck jumps. But for now, let's just do like stomach to wall. Same thing. We're gonna do a V position with our legs, or you're gonna flow off the wall and stay, or you're gonna be doing the same, which is gonna be like changing the legs, the feet that it's on the wall. So from here, back to wall, same idea. Make sure you measure. Maybe you go a little bit more far away from the wall if you need to. Bring it up. One foot off on the wall. You can put both first. Find your stack position. Bring the other foot up. Stay there. And same idea. Or you try to flow off the wall and stay here and touch the wall again and change your foot. Or if you want to try to do the change at the same time, if that's your option, I want to see that really slow and controlled. If you can find your handstand in the middle, great. Stay there. Okay. So that's the goal. Or you flow off and stay, and then bring it back, touch both feet on the wall and change, or you try to do the change at the same time, slowly and controlled, if that's your option. Nice. Nice, go back. Nice, Belinda. Low fall, I like that. When you fall slowly, it means like you're kind of controlling it. It's good. Nice. Yes. Yes. Try a couple of more times. If you're doing a second set, maybe you want to make it a little bit harder if the first one was easier-ish. Or you can just repeat what you just did, but a little bit better. So try to push more your shoulders. Try to see if you can be more stacked. Try to do the change even more slowly. Last one. Save it, Belinda. Save it. Good fight, Belinda. Stay. Nice. That was great. Nice. I love to see when you guys find like the spot and I see like the fighting happening. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so we are gonna do a couple of jumps, but we're gonna use the wall for that, and we're gonna be doing stomach to wall. We're gonna try to do first jump to your straight. If you like are doing that in the center of the room, usually what I've been seeing from majority of you guys, it's the difficulty to like finish with this. So you guys are able to jump, you go to like certain height, and then you just sink, like finish this movement. So we're gonna use the wall. We're gonna do like a couple of different variations of that and use the wall to help you with that. Just to see if like it starts to become more clear when you try to do your jumps in the center of the room. Okay. So the first one we're gonna do, it's gonna be jumping, knees together. You're gonna jump high. It's not gonna be towards the tuck, it's gonna be towards your full. Far away from the wall, it's easier because you have more space. Closer to the wall, it's going to be harder, but it's a position where you can like work even more with that, even though it's harder. So you guys are gonna do a couple of times. You can start more far away from the wall and see how it feels, and then you start to come closer to the wall, depending on how you feel about it. Okay, so far away from the wall. What I want to see is you're gonna jump. You're gonna put your hands on the floor, you're gonna bend your knees, and you're gonna jump as high as you can. Put your foot on a wall. Probably when you put your feet on a wall, your shoulders are gonna be forward already. What I want you to use the wall to help, it's to push your shoulders and open your chest towards the wall. Does it make sense? I'm gonna demo, but that's the idea. So from here, you have your hands on the floor, you're pushing, you're ready. You jump, bring it up. And then if your shoulders are forwards, you push, step up, find your full. Cool. If you want to play here for a second and see if you can find a handstand, touch the wall again. Bring your shoulders forward, compress, slowly back down. Then again, reset, jump, touch the wall. Push your shoulders, open your shoulders, walk up, one foot off, touch, down. Worst case scenario, if you don't jump high enough, you're going to get stuck on a wall. So that might happen, like here. Oh my God, I'm stuck. But you can still keep doing it. Push, walk, 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 walk. Yeah. Even if you don't, if you jump high enough, it's great because it means you're jumping high enough to do in the center of the room. But if you jump and you get stuck lower and you feel like your shoulders are forward, walk up and focus on doing this. That's what I want to see from you. Shoulders forward, push, open your chest. They're always there to help. Yeah, just try, see how it feels. And again, you don't need to jump to your tuck. Okay, just jump as high as you can. As soon as you touch the wall, you can walk up and find a full. You don't need to stay in a tuck or nothing like that. So Diane, jump, put your feet against the wall. Even if you don't jump high enough. Yes. Nice. Jump, feet against the wall, Diane. Nice, Melissa. Nikki and Diane, use the wall. Don't be scared of the wall. Put your feet against the wall. Yes, there it is. Cool. Nice smell. Nice. Okay. Okay, so for people that are having a hard time, another option. Nice, Belinda. There it is. It's what Belinda just did. You're gonna jump instead of your knees together. You can jump with your knee apart. It's gonna be like a frog, but it's probably gonna be easier because then it's not super compressed. But you jump like this. I'm gonna put sideways the camera just for you guys to understand what I mean about my shoulder. Even if I jump, oh, that's a terrible angle, but I think you guys can see. Even if I jump low, I can still make it. I'm gonna jump low on purpose just for you two guys to see like that's still possible. I'm here, forward. Even if I jump here, I'm not even close to a handstand. I push and I walk. Look at my shoulders. Push, 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 and up. If I want to do the negative, if you guys want to just to go up and try to walk down the wall, if you have tension on your shoulder, and that's the part that I want to work on, the strength on it, you're going to walk up and down. Like even if I walk, I can go. Does that make sense? Because the strength, my shoulders are like doing this job. And again, even if I jump here and get stuck, try to stay for a second before you do this. The frog position is going to be like this, open. Yeah, cool. Try. Oh, that stays. It's the computer that I want. Also, don't stress about it because that's a new drill. So we're gonna be doing a couple of times so you guys to understand. Nice, Nikki. There it is. Nice, Diane. There it is, Nikki and Diane. Good job. See, they're always there for you. Use the wall. Cool. Nice, Belinda. In case that was easy for you, you're gonna try to do that closer to the wall. Babette, Mel, maybe walk closer. Go a little bit closer to the wall. It's gonna feel a little bit heavy for your shoulders. Just try again. I'm gonna give a second option of legs in case you wanna do the same in your straddle. It's the same idea. Jump to your straddle, put your foot against the wall, and finish. So from here, pretty much the same. You're far away from the wall, but you're just gonna jump in a straddle position. So you're here, straddle, down. Again, straddle. If you're able to make it, you push up. The reason why straddle it's a little bit harder, it's because you can't walk up. So if you don't jump high enough, you're gonna be stuck under, and you have to press, almost press, or try to open your shoulders and press up. The wall is there, so that's helpful. It's way easier than a press. But if you want to try, even if you don't make it, you just jump to straddle. You're just gonna stay stuck, and you're gonna try to fight to open your shoulders and bring your hips up. Even if you don't go, just try and see how it feels. If you want to try, of course. Otherwise, if the first option felt more that make more sense for you, you can just stick with the first option. Nice, Belinda. Push, Nikki. You're close. Nikki, you can go a little bit closer to the wall. Just a little bit, because you're too far. If you're too far, it's also not, too close and too far, it's hard. Too far, it's even harder. Because then your hips are never going to be on top of your shoulders. Does that make sense? So it can't be so far. Nice. Last attempt, and then we're gonna make it. We're gonna come to actually handstands. We're gonna do some entrances in the center and see if you guys can apply that. Nice, Nikki. Close. Really close. Nice, Diane. Nice, Belinda. Nice, Babette. There it is. Cool. Nice. Babette, closer. It's also too far. Again, this one, if you're far away from the wall, it's easy, but if it's easier, but if you're too far, it's not possible. Okay, so do you guys understand that when you keep your shoulders forward, it's really heavy and you can't stay there? That's why you slide back out down. That's what it happens when you jump to your handstand and you don't bring your hips high enough. That's the spot you guys are kind of like stuck in a little bit. And this drill helps a little bit because it helps you to understand, at least like your brain understand that you need to do this to finish the handstand. Okay. Let's do one last thing that it's gonna, you guys are gonna be mad at me, and I promise we're gonna do some inferences. Get the chair or a box. Cool. You guys already know what it is. Okay, cool. Uh, I'm gonna use this as a box. We're gonna do the one hand. It's the same. This one, it's the same idea, but the way that we're gonna do it's different. uh because the same idea, because like when you step on top of the wall or the box or the wall, the chair or the box, your shoulders are going to be a little bit over and you're starting in a position where it's a little bit harder, and you need to do this to be able to bring your hips high enough. If you need the wall behind you, feel free to have the wall behind you if you're scared. Okay. So it's going to be the same. I'm going to use this box as the drill. So you have the box or whatever you chose as the box, and you have your stuff in front of it. If it's taller, it's easier. If it's more like close to the floor, it's going to be harder. Okay, because that's going to feel more like a press. So if you have a box and if you want to make it easier, just put the box more like high. So same thing. You're going to put both of your feet on the box or the chair. Bring one of your legs up. From here, you can try to flow off and bring it up. That's like a pressy-ish. Or if that's hard for you, you can slightly jump and use momentum to see if you can bring it up before you touch the box again. Okay? If you're able to make it and if you want to go to your full, feel free to go. Or if you find a balance and just stay here, it's also super valid. But it's the same thing. Think about your shoulder. If you bring your leg and point your feet towards the ceiling, you're pretty much stacked already. And if you're there, if you need to do a small kick, you are I'm allowing you to. Nice. Nice, Babette. Babette and Belinda, both of you, I don't want kicks. I want you guys to try to pull off the wall, the box or the chair. Yeah, try to flow off, not kick. Nikki, Diane, and Luisa, for you guys, you can still, like, if you need to kick, use a little bit of momentum to finish the up, you can. So, but Nikki, you're pretty much there. Just slowly kick yes, there it is. It's really like really slow. It's not even a kick. It's just like whoop, a small momentum that you add to it. Belinda and Babette, you're not allowed to. I took it out. You guys would know. You try to slowly use your shoulders praying to see if you can fall off the box. Nice, Babette. Nice, Nikki. Nikki, if you need to touch the wall instead of coming back. Does that make sense? You too, Diane. If you kick up and you're scared or anything, put your foot on the wall. Then find your float. Then try to slowly come back to the box. Yeah? Instead of just like kick and come down. Nice. Really slowly, Nikki. Doesn't need to be even that much of a kick. Yes. Nice. So remember, like in this position, you're higher, so it's different than kick from the floor. It's just a little bit. Nice. Diane, find the wall. Find the wall, Diane. Don't be scared. You can do it. Last attempt. Again, the wall is there for you. Don't be scared of kick to the wall. It's pretty much the same as kick from the floor. It's just a little bit more stacked. You're more in your handstand. Nice. If you find a wall, try to slowly come back. Nice. Okay, Diana, I accept that. That was better. But keep in mind that this one you can do it. You're just like scared. I can see you're scared. Gonna get better, I promise. We're gonna do more of that. Nice, Babette. Nice, Belinda. Cool. Okay. Let's do some kicks now for real, like from the floor. And then we're gonna do some straddle jumps and that type of stuff. We don't need the box anymore. We're just gonna do kicks. Again, if you're scared of the falling or anything, you can try to do with the wall behind you, but far away from the wall, just in case you need the wall. The wall is there, but you're not super close to the wall. Okay. If you don't need the wall, great. I don't want you to use the wall. I want you to try to find your handstand without the wall. But if you use the wall, far away from the wall, Diane. Okay. The wall is there in case you need, but go far away from it. Um, just entrances, pretty simple. This is gonna be a little bit easier than everything you did so far in a way. Harder for like stability, but easier because you have momentum to help you. So here the same idea, kick up, see if you can find as far as you can go. If you find it, bring the second leg up. Worst case scenario, you're here and down, and then you reset and down. Things that help you to think about that, again, it's this leg swinging up to be able to generate momentum to bring yourself more higher. Okay? Yeah? Cool. You can just kick and stay here if that's comfortable, or you can try to find your full straight. And if you have the wall behind you, I want you more try to like step back of the wall. Like in case you need the wall, it's gonna be there, but don't be super close to the wall. Because I don't want you to touch the wall. Nice. Nice, Nikki. Nice. Nice. Babette and Belinda, if both of you find your straight handstand, try to count to 5 in your brain before you come down. Yeah? Nice, Nikki. Stay, Nikki. Nikki, I want to see you fighting for it because you're there. You find the spot, you stay there, but like for some reason you just go down. So find your handstand, fingers, shoulders, you're there. Try to stay. Try to I said like my bat and the leader to count to 5. You're gonna count to 2. Okay. Nice. A little bit more, but it's better. Go, Diane. Diane, yes. There it is.
Can I ask
Nice.
a question?
Yeah, of course.
So if you find yourself needing to come down,
Hmm.
do you try to do the exit almost like a cartwheel to come out? I know you're not supposed to walk on your hands.
Yeah, walk on your hands is the worst just
Right.
because it's impossible to save, or pretty much like harder to save. So, or you cartwheel out, but the cartwheel out is pretty like, unless it's really okay, two options. Or you're gonna cartwheel out really controlled, so your cartwheel doesn't look like you're falling. It looks like you choosing to fall because that's a way to control. Or you're gonna grip the floor as hard as you can to try to bring it back to where you start. And this comes from the grip. Does it make sense? When you pass too much, like, oh my God, I'm gonna fall. If you grip hard enough and push your shoulders back, you're able to come back. Yeah. Nice, Nikki. Yeah, see how you can do it? That was 3 solid seconds. Nice. Yes, Diane, finally. See? So good. Nice, Mel. Yes, Nikki. Nice, Belinda. Grip, 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 come back. Yes, there it is. Better. Good job. Nice. Okay, in that case, when that happens, try to cartwheel instead of step. Yeah. The thing is, try to think, because when you're used to do the step, it's irrational. And I get that, like your body just do it without you trying to control. So if you ever feel that you're going too far, I want you to like try to twist in a way that you bringing the leg in a twisty position to bring it down. Even if you step, because then you step and you cartwheel stepping out. Does it make sense? Bring your leg together with it, because it's actually a cartwheel and not just step. Yeah. Try one more time, everyone, and then we're gonna move on. We're gonna do some straddle jumps. Nice, Nikki. Nice, Babette. Diane, I wanted to kick, touch the wall 5 times. You're gonna kick, touch the wall, and bring it back fast. Kick, touch the wall, bring it back. Kick, touch the wall, bring it back. Kick, wall, back again. Kick, wall, and back. Again, I don't want it to stop in your handstand. Kick, wall, come back. 2 more. Kick, wall, come back. Last one. Nice. Good job. Awesome. I just want you to make sure to put in your brain that you can do it. You can go high enough and it's safe. Okay, so let's do some straddle. Let's start against the wall and then do the entrances after. Actually, like if you're pretty much, if for you the straddle is easy, you can just kick to your full and open to your straddle. If you want to warm up with the wall, I'm gonna give this option before we do some straddle jumps. So against the wall, it's gonna be same idea. Your stomach to wall. Make sure you measure. You bring it up. Nice. Open to your straddle. Or you're gonna stay here and see if you can flow off. If you want to try to take one foot off and maybe the second one you can, if you can do both, even better, then bring it back down. Okay? If that feels easy, or if you're like, I don't need the wall, but the straddle jumps are kind of like, for now, we're gonna come to straddle jumps. You can just kick to your full, find your full, and open to your straddle and stay in your straddle. So that's probably like the back Belinda option. Ooh, find your full. Nice. Stay here for 1, 2, and slowly open to straddle. Try to stay before you come back down. Okay, cool. Have fun. Try. But again, if you want to warm up with the wall, don't let me stop you. Do the wall version first, and then you can try the harder one after. The back, don't step forward. Same as Belinda. Not Belinda, just say like where I was talking to her. Don't step. Try to avoid that. Or try to cartwheel or try to grip and come back. Like, because this is not a good habit to have to save handstands. Yeah. It's okay. Deep breath. Go again. You did it a bunch of times. You can do it. Nice. Nice, Diane. Yes. Hell yeah. That was great. Nick, you're doing great. Promise. Nice, Diane. You got this. Stay, 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 stay. Nice. Okay, last attempt of whatever you're doing because we're going to move on to entrances and your straddle. We're going to do the cartwheel entrance and the jump. We're going to do both. Nice. I'm done in like 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So let's move on. We're going to start with the entrance and the cartwheel. Okay. So it's easier than the jump for your shoulder strength in a way. It's harder for balance because you're starting a position that you need to think about your legs, bringing it up, and then internal rotation your hip to find your straddle. That's the most important part. Otherwise, when you kick, this leg pulls you all the way back and then you fall. So when you kick sideways in your cartwheel, you need to think about the hip pulling you back towards the straddle. Does it make sense? I'm using my shoulder, but it's kind of the same idea. Yeah. So when I'm here, when I'm doing my entrance and my jump on my sideways, let me put like here. So in the middle of like the aerial, like the aerial people, everyone's mad at me. Okay, so from here, same idea. You're gonna think about your hip. Put the camera a little bit more up. Nice. So you're gonna step aside. When you kick, this is my split. I want you to rotate my hip. Does it make sense? So that's what you're thinking. So when I kick up, I rotate right towards instead of being with my hip here. I'm doing it slow, but of course that ideally you're doing that fast. So when you kick up, you have to think about the hip. Up, rotate, bring it back. Even if you don't stop, what I want you to try to do is make it as slow as you can. Not the kick, but the balance. Yeah. And another important thing, when you kick up, your hip needs to become high enough, otherwise your shoulders are going to be closed. I'm going to do sideways just for you to understand. If my shoulders are closed, I'm not going to make it. Your shoulders forward. Oh, I can't. Does it make sense? Your hip needs to go over enough to be able to push your shoulders and do the thing that I'm telling you guys to do. Yeah? Does it make sense? Ish. Try. You can have the wall behind you. Nice, Nikki. Fight for it, Nikki, because you get there, but you're not fighting for it, Nikki. Grip the floor. Nice, Diane. Nice. Close, Babette. Nice, Mel. Yes, Nikki. See? Good job. I know you used the wall to help, but at least you went to where you need to be. Nice. And again, do both sides. Both legs are kicking. One leg is going to be great. The other leg might not be so great. It's okay. You're going to try anyways. The reason why I'm annoying about that is because uh there is the puppy press that we do, like the side press. Yeah. If you work only on one side of your cartwheel, that might compromise you when you're learning the press because of the pathway. The pathway is similar. So make sure you do both sides, even though one side is worse than the other one. Nice, Belinda. Yes. Good job. But that for you, just don't let your shoulders sink. You're there. The reason why you're not balancing is because, like, when you get there, you're doing a slightly this. So when you kick, you need to think about, okay, I'm here. I need to maybe push even more, but just like don't let your shoulder do this. Resist. Yeah. Okay. Last attempts before we do some jumps to finish. Yes. Better. Closer. Again. With your legs. Push, 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 push. Yes. Nice. It's closer. Way closer. Nice. Do the other side though. Where's the other side? Okay, accept the wall, but do the other side. Everyone gets mad at me when I say that, but it's okay. I accept. Nice, Nikki. And now the other side, I know, I know. That's why you do it. You get better in it if you keep doing it eventually. When I started learning, not even handstands, pole, my teacher, because I never wanted to do the other side, she obligated me to do the double times on my bad side compared to my good side. And now now I don't have a bad side. So in a way I hated her, but in a way I love her. Okay. Let's do some jumps. Okay, same thing. You can have the wall behind you. If you want to jump from a box, I'm gonna let you because it's easier. You're more stacked. If you want to try the jumps from the floor, it's harder from the shoulders, as you guys know, because we did the same on the wall. So since you're jumping in the center of the room, it might not go high enough and you don't have the wall to help you. But it's okay. We're gonna keep doing the jumps. The only good thing about the box, it's because you're more stacked, so you don't need to jump so much. You can use less momentum and still get there. So if you want to try with the box or the chair, feel free to do it. Otherwise, you're just gonna full send from the floor. And it's gonna be the same idea. What I want you to think about is your legs. You're straightening your legs and you're using the momentum of your legs to see if you can do this fast, because that helps. It's a little bit less heavy for your shoulders. Yeah. So from here, it's going to be the same. Even if you're here, it's okay. Push again, open, down, again, down. All of that is work. If you're able to think fast enough to finish with that, you might be able to make it. Push, bring it up. You're doing this. Does it make sense? You jump from here, you push, open your shoulders. I did it like in a way just for you guys to understand where you want to be. Yeah? Try. Just try. The last thing we're going to do. So you can do it. Again, even if you don't make it, it's okay, you're still training. Nice, Nikki. If you need a box, get the box. Jump from there and see how it feels. If you put the butt on the wall, it's okay. Push. Yeah. Okay, but did you see how your shoulders went forward? That's where you have to fight against it. Don't let that happen. That's the hard part. But the jump is easier because they're more high. So you can bring, but try to keep your shoulders open. Nice with that. Look to the floor, Nikki. Yep. Shoulders. Okay. Nikki, even if you put like your entire back on the wall, try to stay there. And with your butt on the wall, finish it. Does it make sense? Yeah. No, no, no. Just yeah, whatever, whatever. Just try to bring your shoulders back to the position that it needs to be, but without falling. Nice with that. Nice. With that center of the room for you. Melissa's like, I'm just gonna be here with my dog. I know today I made you guys do a lot of shoulders forward. I'm sorry. Good news is it's like conditioning for press a little bit, so it's good. Nice. There it is, Belinda. Better. Nice. Go to the floor. Nice, Diane. Diane, you're close. Nice, what about you two? Yes. We're gonna be doing the drill we did at the beginning of the class. We're probably gonna do that again on Wednesday. Nice, Nikki. Okay, that was higher. That was higher. Nice. One more time. You too, Babette. If you want to try one last set, go for it. 'Cause that's it. Nice. Okay. Okay. I know everyone hates this one. I'm aware. I know. I'm sorry. You guys are getting so much stronger though. Nice, Nikki. Okay, now I'm happy. There it is. See? Good job. Everyone can do it. It's just a matter of time. I promise. Okay. So, and Nikki now wants to do it forever. Okay, if you want to circle your wrists a little bit. Today was harder. We did like some different drills, and I'm gonna keep doing that for a little bit because I feel like all of you could get stuff, like get better from it. But don't stress about it. Jumps are hard. Jumps are kind of the beginning of a press a little bit, especially straddle and tuck. It's the same mechanism because you need to learn how to do it. So you guys are gonna make it. Yeah. But everyone did great. I'm happy to see you. Hope to see you again on Wednesday. Otherwise, I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.